Popular radio show host Charlamagne misgenders Caitlyn Jenner because this individual supports President Donald J. Trump. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the left eating themselves as they always do whenever they face adversity. So, popular urban, quote unquote, urban radio show host Charlamagne, I'm not going to say the full nickname, Charlamagne, aka Leonard McKelvey, misgendered Caitlyn Jenner because Caitlyn Jenner supports President Trump. Now, I thought that you guys couldn't do that. If somebody wants to identify as a woman, it doesn't matter if they're 6'3", if they got big, broad shoulders, if they got these big size 18 boats, okay? They got skis on their feet with no skis, right? It doesn't matter what they got going on. You got to say, you know what? You're stunning, you're brave, you're beautiful, all of that. Them big, crazy heels you got on and you wobbling in your heels and they about this big, they're beautiful on you. You got to say that if you're on the left, right? So how did we go from that to now you attacking this person over their identity? Now, we got a couple of videos I want to get to, but first things first, this is on Daily Beast, which is the belly of the beast of liberalism. Pun intended, no pun intended, whatever. You see the headline here. Charlamagne, I ain't going to say the whole thing, rips into rich white man Caitlyn Jenner for backing Trump. And then the subhead says, the radio host said that Jenner's support for someone who was trying to erase trans identity gives him license to misgender this individual. I ain't gonna say the pronoun because I don't do that. Okay, so you see what's going on here. I don't think Daily Beast like what Charlamagne's doing too much, and he might get in trouble. He might get a little ringy ding ding from the channel company he works for, Clear Channel. Hey man, you can't be doing that. You're going to upset a lot of our viewers and a lot of our sponsors. Let's not do that. Now, before we get to that particular clip, let's go here. And you know, when I saw this, I had a little bit of faith in Charlamagne. I was like, you finally getting it. You finally understanding what they're doing. You're waking up. You're awaking from the matrix. You are starting to see the error of your ways. But then when I saw that Caitlyn Jenner situation, I kind of just lost all faith. Let's watch this and then let's watch the new clip. Check it out. And of course, everything will be in the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump, because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why why we want to elect somebody who's talking about mass deportation. I don't know why we're having this conversation about somebody who wants to terminate the Constitution.
Don't y'all find it?
Now let's go back. This was before the election. I think he might have been on CNN. I'm not really sure where he was. But his advice to Kamala was for her to keep calling Trump a fascist, as if that was going to scare us, which it didn't, because you see the results of the election. It really backfired on y'all, which for me is fantastic. For y'all, not so much. Let's keep on going.
Constitution.
Don't y'all find it strange that now that he's won, they're not calling him a threat to democracy? They're not calling him a fascist. I mean, damn, on Monday.
They're not calling him anything.
They can.
On Monday, they was just calling him that. I would think that, you know, if you really believe that, then somebody's speech would be about how America effed up and how things are about to be really bad.
He's the most powerful man in the world.
Listen, y'all know what happened. You know that it was just politics. It was just a game. They don't really believe in all that fascist, racist stuff. They're just trying to scare you. And I think that it worked for Charlamagne and for a lot of people, but for the majority of us Americans that have a brain, doesn't matter what color you are, you could be black, white, Puerto Rican, candy stripe. The majority of us that have a brain, we voted the proper way. Simple.
Now,
it just makes you wonder how much of it did they really believe, or how much of it was just politics.
You know that it was just politics. Now, when I saw this, I was like, you know what? Maybe he's waking up. Maybe he has seen the error of his ways. Maybe he's like, you know what? I was tripping when I was talking about Kamala being a great candidate. I was out of my mind talking about Trump's a fascist. I thought that he was waking up to finally see what's going on, but I'm not really sure that he has woken up. Let's keep on going. This is a new clip in which he wants to attack Caitlyn Jenner over the support of Trump. Check it out.
Caitlyn wants to put his right foot in, take his right foot out, put his left foot in, take her left foot out, pee at a urinary stall and shake it all about. But that is not how any of this should work. But you know what? At the end of the day, Caitlyn, you can change the top layer, but you was who you was before you got here. And what you are is a rich white male.
Let's stop. Now, I'm not even disagreeing with him on the whole thing about him being the man or whatever. Because at the end of the day, you got your twig and berries, you 6 foot tall, whatever. You got your chromosomes. I don't care if you're a whole dwarf. You could be 3'11". At the end of the day, your chromosomes say what? X and Y. That means you're a boy. Congrats, it's a boy. Spank the baby cries. I'm not disagreeing with what he's saying. However, I'm disagreeing with why he's saying it. The only reason why he's attacking this individual is because of the support for Donald Trump and not the reality of the situation.
And that's why I keep saying him when I shouldn't be, but I can't stop seeing Caitlyn as a rich white male. And that identity, pun intended, trumps all. Please let Chelsea Handler give Caitlyn Jenner the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. That is way too much Dan mayonnaise.
He's just a rich white man.
So there's a whole lot going on with this. So you're upset at Caitlyn, Big Bruce, Bruce Gender, whatever the preferred name is. You're upset with this individual for supporting Trump. So now you want to attack him for being white and rich and also LGBT. So you got a lot of things going on. Normally, when you guys attack somebody for being white, you're also the kind of person that would not attack them for being gay. You prefer to be gay than to be anything else, but you're doing both. So I don't know where you're going to be politically. I don't know who's going to be your supporter because you're just offending everybody.
That is so crazy.
And everybody need to cut it out.
Now,
okay?
What you said is fine. As soon as Jess said, off with her head, period.
All I'm simply saying is...
But he's a rich white woman.
No, he's a rich white man, and he acts like one.
So there we go. Okay, you're racist, sexist, homophobe, all of that. That's what they would say to you, right? Because by definition, what you're saying is all those things. You're racist because this whole is about this white man. Blame the white man. You're a racist. You're a homophobe because you don't want to respect the pronouns. Transphobe. You're all the obes in this that y'all put out. Listen, it's not us. It's not the conservatives saying that you shouldn't say those things. It's the liberals saying you shouldn't say those things. You're using your liberal ideology to attack someone, but you're breaking the rules of your own ideology. So I don't know who you really want to be. You're kind of confused here, Charlamagne. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to the left for eating themselves. They always do. Okay, they're fighting. They are going at one another. I love it. I say y'all can have your little own internal civil war. The blacks versus the whites versus the LGBT versus the normies versus this group, that group, the whites in the South, whites in the North, educated blacks, uneducated blacks. Y'all can have a little civil war. That's fine, because the more the left gets fractured, the weaker they are. And the grip they have on the society will come to an end. So again, for us on the right, this is music to our ears. This is going to be fantastic. For them, they're not going to last too much longer this way, and I have no problem with that. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion of what Charlamagne said about Caitlyn, Big Bruce, Bruce Gender, whatever you want to call this individual, whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think a lot of the left are just having a hard time being able to process this loss. Look, man, you win some, you lose some. Figure out what you did wrong and move forward. When you refuse to figure out what you did wrong, when you want to blame everybody else, when there's no introspection, when you want to rely on racism and things of this nature, you're never going to accomplish the goal that you want. On the right, this was a unification of all Americans, black, white, Puerto Rican, candy stripe. It was all of us, not literally, not 100% of that group, but it wasn't even about race or nothing like that. It was about Americans doing what's right for Americans. Unfortunately, a lot of uninformed people still exist and they voted the other way, but hopefully we can get them on our side. And for those who are over there seeing the Civil War happen, you got to ask yourself, would I be better off right here with all these confused, crazy, deranged people? Or am I better off with the Trumpers, the conservatives, the libertarians, the normie liberals who don't like what's happening with the liberals. Who am I better off with? Ask yourself that question. And whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.